Lighthouses. People have always been fascinated by them. They're part of our history and part of folklore. They're also often shadowed in mystery and romance.
When I came to New England and saw the old forts and the lighthouses, I thought it was really unique. Just the architecture, the aesthetics, I thought it was really cool.
In New England, 9 miles outside of Boston, is Boston Light, America's first lighthouse. It has guided ships to safe harbor since 1716. Boston Light is also America's last Coast Guard manned lighthouse.
They told me I was coming to Boston Light, and I was like all excited. All right, solitude, catch up on reading. Then I found out it's the only Coast Guard manned lighthouse in the United States, and I was like, holy bejeebies. You know, just I found out I had to do a big ceremony to take over, and I was like, no, I don't want to do it, no. But once I made it through that and got out here and found out what the job actually curtailed, it's been great. It's not as romantic or as unique as it sounds. I just pretty much turn the light off in the morning, turn it on in the evening, keep the place clean. There's 5 antique buildings we have to maintain. There's always something to do, always something. A lot of cleaning.
Best thing about being out here, they're kind of forgotten about, you know, and that's good and bad. And, you know, a small crew, we all get along good. And I like the quiet out here. It's about as close to the city as I want to get to.
The crew must deal with the isolation of standing duty on an island, away from a lot of the comforts of home.
It's got the good and bad side. You know, you miss a lot of stuff. You don't have the conveniences of getting in your car and taking off. You know, if you run out of something, you're out of it until somebody else comes out.
Pretty comfortable. There's 3 bedrooms, 1 bath, good sized kitchen. We do share meals quite a bit. Breakfast and lunch we usually do on our own, and the evening meal we usually combine efforts or take turns.
Boston Light's nearly 300 years adds up to a lot of history. Shipwrecks and rescues, fires and storms, even 2 battles during the American Revolution.
The first 2 keepers out here died in boating accidents. The first keeper was out here for, I believe, 3 months, and his skiff overturned. And the second keeper, his wife and daughter, I believe, were killed. That was the starting of the deaths out here. I believe on the 4th keeper, there was a few shipwrecks where the bodies washed ashore, and the wife of the keeper shortly after that died due to the traumatic experience. So the first keepers out here had it kind of rough.
Boston Light provides for interesting stories, including some tall tales, some of which coasties here will share, some of which they won't.
Actually, there was a story, I guess I could say. There was a keeper with the keeper's wife kept having a dream that there was a dog at the foot of her bed, and they didn't have a dog out here at the time. And she kept telling her husband, and her husband thought she was going out of her mind. So one night she followed the dog downstairs, and the dog was scratching at the walls. And supposedly there was the original logs from the first keepers out here that were stuck inside the wall as insulation. And from what I believe in the story, that it was told to me that they're sitting in the Smithsonian right now. A lot of people that come out here say that it's good to have part of history out here and somebody actually, you know, taking care of it.
An American tradition, the last Coast Guard manned lighthouse, Boston Light.